Good evening, guys. We are back in the Tigra again today. I'm going to be wiring up the speakers. Obviously I didn't get round to yesterday, but if those of you that tuned in know we fitted the stereo, that's all fully working, minus the fuse, which I will do when that comes. So we've got a cheapo set of £5 speakers off Temu. Last night I've already prepared the wiring, basically just put butt connectors on and spade connectors on the back, obviously found out which is the positive and the negative, and all we've got to do now to get these working is basically splice into the factory wiring here, which isn't hard, to be honest with you. It's literally just a case of crimping these on and putting a bit of tape round, and then we're mounting them. I've got a very unique way of mounting them, which is probably going to be controversial to some, but I've never had any issues, and there's your clue where I mount them there. So let me get these wires stripped and crimped on, and I'll show you the next step. Okay guys, so we've got them stripped off, ready to go. If anybody's wondering what wire is what, the brown and stripy blue one is the ground. Try not to cross them, that would be bad. Oh, hang on. And then the solid blue one is the positive. You just saw on the back of the speakers how I've already connected them up. And how I strip the wires is I use one of these automatic wire strippers. I got this one from Lidl for about, I think it's about a tenner, maybe 15 quid. And I have to say, it is a lifesaver, rather than the old method of biting off the wire or scissors I've used in the past, or the side cutter method. This, to me, is the easiest one. So all I've got to do now is the butt connectors that I've wired up previously last night. I've just got to crimp those on with my crimp connectors, which is, excuse me, sorry for the floating around, car's a mess. With these, then all I do is I wrap a small, if I can find it, you think I would organise my life, I wrap a small bit of electrical tape round and then mount the speaker, and then we'll test it, and then we'll probably do the other side off camera, and if we've got time today we'll also put the door cards on, and there we go. All right guys, I'll get back to you when I've done this. And there we go guys, all neatly, in inverted commas, taped up, cable ties. Obviously, yes, I know it looks a mess, but it's insulated, it's watertight, who cares. If it was somebody else's car, then obviously I would do a lot neater job, but because it's mine, I know it looks scruffy, but I know it's going to work. So all I've got to do now is feed the wires into the door and mount the speaker. So I'll be back shortly and I'll show you how I do that. And voila, mounted with cable ties, cables fed in, and we'll get the other side in there and then test these out. Yes, cable ties, before anybody shoots me in the comment, this is how I do it. It's not moving. Well, it is a little bit, but we'll put some foam on there. I might just get a self-tapping screw and just screw into that side, but at the end of the day, I'm not planning on having this speaker out for a long time, and two, you ain't going to see it behind the door card, are you? So as long as it's secure and as long as it's a safe electrically wise, then I think we're good. Okay guys, I'll be back at you when I've done the other side. Okay guys, so the speakers are all nicely mounted-ish. Look, this is how I do them. Roast me in the comments, I don't care. If you know, you know, Mr. Hedges. So yeah, this is honestly the first time I've actually tested these out. So you watch now, I'll turn these on and one of them won't work, or both of them. But we'll only keep the music on for a split second, because obviously copyright. You saved my heart from the... They don't sound too bad at all, do they, to be honest with you? I mean, what's this cost me? 20 quid off eBay for the wiring loom, £5 for the speakers, and £6 for the stereo, and I think the fascia was £10. I mean, call it, what, 60 quid, 70 quid all in for a full sound system on the cheap. That isn't bad at all. If my maths isn't mathing right, I do apologise, guys. I am absolutely shattered from work today. But I'm going to quickly chuck the door cards on now. I'll give you a brief walk around of how you do it, but it's not hard. I think it's like 6 screws, and then put the handles on and the trim clips, trim pieces as well. And yeah, that's it. And pretty much the interior buttoned up. Obviously, I will tidy this up when I do the fuse in whenever that comes. I think it was dispatched today off eBay. So yeah, we have a full working Temu sound system. Buzzing. Do we get the subwoofer from Temu though? That's the thing. Leave me an answer in the comments if you think yes or no. Just if you're wondering where I've been keeping the door cards, I actually been keeping them in the boot. So I won't do a full in-depth tutorial on how to do this, but I will explain it quickly. You have one screw in there for the door handle. You have two screws behind here for the other door handle, and then on the bottom, if I lift this up, there's a 1, 2, 3 screws at the bottom, and then all you have to do to put your door card on is kind of like just hook it over like that so it latches in place. Clip, 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 it all clips around there. Give them a bash if you have to, and then obviously feed your electric window switch through, and obviously put your door handle back on and all your trim pieces, and that's pretty much how the door cards go back on. So I will get back to you once I've put everything together, and we'll do the outro. See you in a bit, guys. Hello guys, so we're back in the interior, fully assembled finally. It feels like a different car, doesn't it, to be honest with you. I mean, ignore the crap on the floor, I'll clean that up in a minute. I've even got the top down to celebrate. So next on the agenda is to get the windscreen done. We have got the engine management light come back. There's an OBD. And voila, she's all back together. I've even put the roof down for the full effect. Speakers, they are what they are for £5. They work, that's the main thing. And the stereo, I have to say, I am really impressed with. I called the missus on it via Bluetooth, and she said she could hear me clearly. Yeah, so really happy. Obviously the fabric is sagging on the door cards, but I suppose I could always change them over time, or even do a different colour fabric if I really wanted to. I could even dye these seats, maybe red, purple, I don't know. But the only thing I've got to do now is put the boomerang back on, and the trim for that, and I've got to run the inline fuse for the stereo, and then interior is pretty much done. I'm debating getting one of the Temu subwoofers as well, just to see how good they are, but that's a problem for another day, I think. Alright then guys, thanks for joining me along with this one, and we'll get a video up soon. I've got a few other things coming from Temu, and we'll try them out. One of them will be very funny actually, so stay tuned. Have a good one, guys. Quick random clip as usual to finish the video. Does anybody else buy crap off Temu as well? I found the world's smallest violin for 75 pence, and naturally I have been milking this with the missus, so it's paid for itself already. Cheers guys, see you soon.